That's too big. It says 26. Cannot be serious.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. 'Cause the love you give can't be replaced. So go now, let me make you do. That's what I mind. Spend my life with you. I wanna please you in any way I can. I wanna share my world. Don't you understand? Your love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give all day long. Love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to once again a great story time. As you guys saw the title of this video, this is my labor and delivery story time, guys. I've been meaning to do this. And as you can see, guys, I'm in a pretty much cozy setting. As you guys know that I am recovering, and I didn't want this Sunday to pass without me posting anything, because I made a promise to myself that I'm going to be consistent. If I want to see myself, like, I've set a goal for myself, so if I want to see the results, I have to keep posting uploading videos each and every Thursday and Sunday. So as you guys saw the title of this video, guys, I'm so tired. I'm sleepy. I have assignments to do. It's just a lot. As you can see, I haven't even done my hair. I'm supposed to do it tomorrow, but it's fine. It's fine. I just wanted to do the story time just so I can get, like, you know, off the way. And yeah, so as you guys know that I am a beautiful mom. Not beautiful, okay, I am beautiful. I'm a mom to a beautiful baby boy. I would say handsome, but like, my baby boy is very beautiful. Guys, these flies, oh my god. If there's one thing that irritates me, it's flies. Literally, it's flies. Because I don't know why there's so many flies, as if like, and it's always on Sundays flies, you know, fly around like this. Anyways, I'm not gonna let them come distract me, you know. So as you guys know that I'm a mother to a beautiful baby boy who is Tristan, 10 months old. He's 10 months old. So I gave birth to him on the 20th of May 2022. So what happened is, when my boyfriend and I found out that we were pregnant, we started going for our gynae sessions. Is it sessions? Gynae checkups in Pretoria. It was at Louis Pasteur Private Hospital. And then, if you guys have seen the previous videos, I did mention that I changed and came home and decided to do with a different gynae, because that one was in Pretoria, and because I was coming home permanently, I had to find a different gynae, right? So it happened that January, when I came home, I found a different gynae. Okay, I didn't start attending him that time, right? So he's based, this gynae that I found in Mafikeng is based at Victoria Private Hospital, right? So I booked him in January 2022, and they said, because he's a busy, he's a well-known gynecologist, right? And they said he's only going to be available in March 2022. So I decided to go to clinics for antenatal care so long, right? That's what my mom advised me to do, that no, you also have to go to the clinic because the clinics do like thorough checkups, guys. Doctors, they just put you there on the bed, show you the scan, and then that's it, literally, guys. And then ufikele consultation, I think it's just like 1,200 per session. And then in clinics they do everything, and then doctors don't really do everything, right? So yeah, then I went to clinic so long, and then when I was booked for March, I think the 1st or the 20th, I don't remember, right? And was so far along with my pregnancy that I was also going to find out the gender that time, right? Then March came, that date, and then I think I'll insert a clip here. There's a clip that I took when I had to go find out my baby's gender, and it was my first checkup with the gynae as well, the gynae in Mafikeng, right? I think I was 6 months pregnant, approaching 7 months, right? I get there to the gynae, and then he asks me a couple of questions. There I'm sitting, and then just answering just like those procedure questions that they ask all the time. He asked questions, and then he was like, are you planning on having a natural birth or a C-section? And then I was like, a natural, right? And then he said, let's go to the bed to go check the scan, do the ultrasound, do everything, see how far along is the baby, how much is weighing, and all of that, right? I went to the bed, and guys, when I tell you that my baby was so huge, like, yo, he was so huge, guys. Even the head, the circumference, like, they show you everything, right? And he was like, you're going to have a big baby. Remember, this is still in March. I'm due May the 22nd, but okay, my baby came on the 20th. By the January, initially was supposed to come on the 22nd. And then I can see that I have a big baby. He says you have a big baby. And normally, because that time he was so big for the months that I was in. I was like 6 months, and then the baby was like, yo guys, he was big. He was big. If he wasn't approaching 3 kg, he was already 3 kg. If he wasn't approaching it, I think. And then he was like, they calculate the baby's weight, 30 grams or something. He was like, next week you'll see he'll be 3.2. So I can already calculate that by the time you're due for birth, your baby will be this big. I was like, what? Sharp. And then I didn't dwell so much in the C-section story. I felt like, no man, I want to give birth naturally. Doctors just want to eat our money. And yeah. And then guys, along the way, I keep going to my checkups monthly. The baby is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And because of my age, guys, I'm in my very early 20s, and he said, because this is your first pregnancy and whatnot, you're going to struggle because you have a big baby. You're going to get teared up. I don't know if he was convincing me to do the C-section, but he gave me like a couple of health reasons, like safety measures. Is it safety measures that you guys get me? Like telling me the possible disadvantages of me giving birth naturally, so yeah. And then days approached, and then I think I made up my mind. No, months went by, the baby is big. And guys, when I was starting to feel that weight in my body, I was always like, in the 8th month, I was so tired. Okay, everybody does get tired, but I was like, guys, I was really exhausted. I was, even if I would walk, like walking in J, I'd get tired. I remember we went for a vacation with my mom and my cousins, guys. I didn't have any fun, literally. We went to the mall. I couldn't even walk. I just sat down there. I was 8 months pregnant. It was April. I just sat down there and didn't feel like walking, didn't feel like eating. The baby was just occupying all the space in my tummy, to a point where I felt like I'm full, even if I haven't eaten anything, literally. So I made up my mind on May. I had to go for my last checkup on May the 19th. My doctor, we did the last ultrasound and said, you know what? This baby is getting so bigger. We can't wait for the 22nd of May, which is my initial due date, right? We can't wait for that date. Rather, let's do the C-section tomorrow morning, which is the 20th of May. And I was like, oh my God. It was a Friday, the 20th of May. I went home. He gave me my admission letter. We prepared. He explained to me the whole process, how the C-section process works, and what to expect when I get there, and all those things, right? So I went home on Friday. I think that letter had written the course of the C-section, and the reason was big baby, and the baby was weighing 4 kg that time, guys. Tristan was weighing 4 kg by the time I had to give birth. And then I came home. It was a Thursday, the 19th of May. I came home, prepared myself, and remember that the 20th wasn't my due date. We only chose the 20th because the baby was getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger in my tummy. So I was supposed to give birth. If I was giving birth naturally, I would have given birth on the 22nd of May, right? I came home, guys, on the 19th of May. Did you look at the gynecologist after that checkup around 10 p.m. because he gets full, guys. Like, my appointment was very, very late. I got home, I prepared myself, told my mom, okay, this and that and that and that and that. I slept. Nerves. C-section is a major, major surgery, guys. I had so much nerves. Like, I even felt like crying. I told my boyfriend to call them and told him, hey, baby, they say I'm giving birth with C-section tomorrow. Right? And I was scheduled to have my C-section at 1 p.m. on the 20th of May. Guys, on the 19th of May. 1 a.m. on the 20th of May. Hey man, I get these bad pains, man. I started texting my boyfriend. I'm like, babe, I'm getting these weird pains. It's so painful. Should I tell my mom to take me to the hospital? I was texting him, guys. He wasn't answering. It's deep in the slap. And he had taken leave the previous week because we thought that I was going to give birth the previous week. Because my doctor had said that I might give birth before the 20th, the 22nd. So he had said there's a higher possibility for me to give birth on that week, yeah, the 15th of May and whatnot. My boyfriend took a whole 7 days leave, and I didn't give birth. He had to go back to work, and he wasn't granted another leave after that. So I had to go to theater I asked my mom if she can go with me, right? So I didn't really look at the theater part. Just wanted to get that out of the way. So I'm sleeping. At 1 a.m., guys. Those pains were so bad. They were so bad, guys. God, it's like, I don't know, bad period pains. I'm texting lectures, and then I went to wake my mom up, and my mom was like, because normally I get parents tell you, or people tell you that wait for your water to break first, then you can go to the hospital. But nah, guys, I didn't want to take any risks. When I went get pack a bag. Okay, Tristan's bag was already packed a long time ago. His hospital bag. It was only my bag that I hadn't packed, but it wasn't anything major. I packed, woke my mom up, and then like, guys, the way gets on my thing, guys, we went to the hospital. We drove to the hospital, and then explained to them that I was supposed to get a C-section at 1 p.m. that day, but I've started experiencing labor pains. Then they signed me in for admission. They went to check me, checked everything, my sugar, my vitals, everything. They put me on the bed, and then they checked my cervix. How far along am I? Like, have I started dilating? Yeah, it's dilating. And only to find out that I was 2 centimeters dilated, guys. And the pains that time, yo, guys. 3 a.m. after waiting for my doctor to come to the hospital. Oh, guys, I was in so much pain. the nurses were like, we're going to prepare you for theater because you're having a C-section later on in the day. And I was like, guys, is it a must for you guys to put the catheter now if I'm only gonna have the surgery later on in the day? Guys, if you don't know what a catheter is this large, it's this long pipe that leads into a large bag that goes into your, from where your urine comes from. So as females, we have like a small hole for urine, guys. So imagine that long pipe inside your urethra. Is it a urethra? Okay, I'm not a medicine student, but you guys get me. So yeah, it goes in there. It helps you not to, it basically sucks all your urine and whatnot. So if you feel like peeing, you just pee straight into that bag, right? So they put in that, guys. Immediately after they put in that catheter, you see, the only thing that's gonna prevent me of thinking of having another baby is when it is when I think of that catheter. That thing is so, the 2 fingers that they put in when they check if you are dilating, or the hands, that those things are not so, guys. But the catheter is very so, guys. It's very so. I don't want to lie to you, right? And then guys, I started shivering, guys. I couldn't even, my pain started getting worse. And then I think my doctor came only to the hospital around 8 a.m. Yeah, around 8 a.m. And then he was like, oh, you couldn't wait, ne? You already came to the hospital. And then I told him, no, I was already in pains and whatnot. And then he was like, okay, because you're experiencing pains, I have scheduled you to go to theater at 11 a.m. and it's normal 1 p.m. I was like, yo, thank God. I was on the video call with lectures the whole time, guys, up until I went to theater. Guys, and they were so apart. I would even count minutes. I was like, okay, after 5 minutes they're gonna start, after 5 minutes they're gonna stop. Like, guys, oh, it was bad, but overall it was fine because I went for the C-section, and then that needle thing, that injection, numbed the whole pain, and I didn't feel anything anymore, right? So fast forward to 11 a.m. Then the people from theater, the assistants that help in theater, came to take my bed and take me to theater. My mom changed into the theater attire because she was my doula. She went with me to theater, guys. Like, yo, what a great experience, man. That woman has been there for me through thick and thin, man. And then we went to theater. My mom changed into that thing, and then when I got to theater, they explained everything. Guys, there's different kinds of specialists for different kinds of things in theater. The first person who talked to me was the anesthesia specialist, and then he explains to me the process, the injections, where he's gonna inject me, and he was so he was so nice. The urologist, you guys, pronouncing and enunciating is such a problem. The urologist also explained to me what he was gonna do. I don't remember what he was gonna do. I don't remember. But I remember he was holding my hand, and then he was like, don't be scared, everything's gonna be okay. And then they asked me, what music do I want to play? Guys, give birth in private hospitals, it's nice. They asked me which music do I want to play, and I was like, no, guys, I didn't have any specific music, and the music that they were already playing was really nice. So you can even play music in theater. Like, I was so stunned. And then they were like, okay, we are about to do wara to you. The anesthesia did the first injection, and my whole body went husa. I didn't feel anything. And then the second injection, it numbed me, I think, and then they told me to lie on my back, and then they told me that they're gonna shave me. I had already shaved. I don't know what they were shaving, guys. this other guy told me that he was gonna shave me, and then he shaved me kamuchin like what, and then he shaved me, and then they put this whole curtain in front of my face. Please. So it was this whole curtain in front of my face, and my mom was next to me, right? Guys, in less than 5 minutes, like what the hell, man? Like you, guys. This volume is too young. Anyways, in less than, like, my mom was so scared to watch because I wanted her to watch. Guys, my little sister is disturbing me. Like, yo, this girl. It's Ali. So, my mom was next to me, right? And then they say they are okay. They didn't really say anything, but once that curtain is up, that means the whole process has started, and they start after they've did the anesthesia injections on your spinal cord. They'll ask you if you can feel anything. They pinch you and whatnot, and then they ask you if you can feel anything, right? And then they lie down, and then they opened. Guys, I didn't even feel it when they opened. I get in a command. Guys, in less than 5 minutes is a lot. I feel like getting the baby out is the most easiest, but the stitching is the one that takes time because they need to do it properly, and and yeah. So right, and then the baby came out, and then they brought the baby to me to come see him, and he was pooping. It was, man, he was crying. It was, guys, I'd do anything to experience something like that again. It's really, really nice. I don't want to lie to you. My mom was so happy, like emotions. My mom kept taking videos, pictures of him. He was so big, guys. Tristan was so big. He was so pink. And whatnot. Because after he came, remember that he was weighing 4 kg, right? During the ultrasound. But when he came out, he started weighing around 3.5, right? So apparently it's like not like it's because he was in the amniotic sac, or had baby tongue, that thing where the baby stays, right? And then and then they told me that they didn't even tell me. My mom was like, I think bus teacher. My mom oh boy, guys, I kept asking her to look and see who she was just so scared, and then they started stitching me. Funny enough, when they stitch you, you can feel it, but it's not a pain feeling. You can just feel your stomach. You can literally feel everything, but you do not feel pain. So that's what shocked me the most, honestly, because I was like, God has created ways to give birth to life, and ways like this is just so amazing. I don't know what, like, guys, it's such kidding process. I think how do you give birth to a human? How does a human stay inside of you? Like stuff like that, man. But other than that, and then they stitched me, right? They stitched me, and then I was okay, and I was not okay actually. They stitched me like bang, and then they put me, after getting out of the theater, they put you in the waiting room, still in theater, to see how you react, just to monitor you a little bit before you go back to the ward, right? I was shivering, guys. I was shivering. I was cold. And remember that I can't drink or eat immediately. I have to wait for certain hours. Then they gave me ice blocks that I could munch on. Ice cubes that I could munch on so long. But I didn't want them because I was so cold. Guys, I was shivering. Went back to the ward. I was like, yo. Guys. That was the worst. I do not want to lie to you, that was the worst. So I think when I went back to the ward, I have this lovely I had this lovely nurse. Her name is Vanessa. She's now like my big sister, guys. We are so close right now, but she was like my nurse in Victoria, in the maternity ward. She's a midwife, so we became so close after I got discharged. She made sure, as I was shivering like that, she made sure that she gave me extra blankets, gave me a proper drip that could stop all that, and all that process. Ne? I only became fine, I think, after 2 hours or 3 hours later in the night, guys. I think I came back from theater around 2 p.m. if I'm not lying. No, or 1 p.m. I don't know what time. And then, because Tristan was born around 12 p.m. Coach, I went back there around 2 p.m. and then 3 p.m. went by, 4 p.m., 5 p.m. But I'm not sure about 6, guys. Oh, about 5. Yeah. And then I was so worried that my boyfriend doesn't know the guy and whatnot. But my mom had long ago called him and told him that I have given birth, guys. Hati was crying, like, what the hell? Like, the boy was crying. Like, guys, imagine like just crying. But anyways, the anesthesia, I stopped reacting from the anesthesia and became okay. Then they brought Tristan to me, guys, Busir, and he was from the nursery. They brought him to me, guys. I was so scared. I was so nervous. Like, I was so nervous, guys. But Lisa, a stranger is my child. Like, bro, like, how? And then luckily they said that he's not gonna sleep with me, he'll sleep in the nursery ward, right? Can't take, guys. And they told me that I have to spend the whole day with him and sleep with him that night because we have to bond and whatnot. Guys, the next morning when I found Tristan next to me, the pain that I was in because the anesthesia had went out of my system. C-section, guys, I could feel each and every stitch, the sisters come to you, guys, so there could be blood flow, guys. And that time it was raining. It was because it was winter. It was so cold. It was so cold, guys. Guys, oh, that day it was hell. I wanted to go home that day. And the number of injections that they give you guys throughout the day of it's a C-section. Never I feel like we all say never, but we do it once again, right? So yeah, guys, I spent the day with Tristan. Tried walking, guys, C-section, and how guys, how to going to the toilet. But the next morning when they took out that catheter thing, guys, I was so relieved. I was so relieved. I did not want to lie to you. But then the bleeding, the whatnot, oh my god. So yeah, guys, that was like basically my labor and delivery story time, because I explained to you guys my labor pains, how I delivered. I literally have no energy, guys, because I'm in pain. I know I said I'm not in pain, but right now I can feel like my stitches paining, but I'm okay. And then the other thing is that, what is it? I got discharged on Sunday. So I went for the C-section on Friday, got discharged on that Sunday, and there we had a beautiful baby boy called Omata Tristan Marche. And yeah, guys, it's been a love story ever since then, because guys, I feel like when you give birth to a child, you literally give birth to yourself. I don't know what, like, if you guys get what I mean. You literally, it's the rebirth of you. I don't know if you get me, guys. It's the beginning of a new love story, like a new journey, and it's just been beautiful ever since then. So yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna end here because I have tons and tons of work to do. I have a lot of assignments. I have to prepare myself for something very important tomorrow. So yeah, man, I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys share. I hope you guys subscribe. If I did forget some things, I'll probably do a part 2. I'm joking, I won't. But I'll keep updating you guys. So yeah, man, I am really slow on production. Not really slow, I'm just taking my time to recover. So, and I haven't done a lot of things, creating content and whatnot, hence I decided just to do a story time for today's video. So yeah, I hope you guys like, I hope you guys share, I hope you guys subscribe, I hope you guys comment, and please guys suggest down below what kind of videos do you guys want to see. And yeah, guys, and that is me, guys, from today, guys. So quite I see it's like anyways, guys, I love you guys, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Like, I'm so irritated at myself right now because every word that I'm trying to pronounce, I'm saying it shit, like I'm saying it wrong. Bye guys, bye.